Hello children, good morning all of you. Today for class 12, ISC, CBSE and West Bengal Board. Indefinite integration, part 5C. That means you have already got more lesson. You must go through that lesson. Especially there are formulas. Formulas you have to learn and you have to remember also. Now please pay your attention on the board. Sums are given on substitution. Method here is mentioned, so it will be easier. But when method is not mentioned, that time by looking the sum, you have to understand. Here the sum is given exercise 8.4 ML Agarwal's book, sum number 2 part 2. Evaluate the following. By looking the sum, there is no definite rule which expression you will consider. That means let. By looking the sum, mental calculation you have to do. What part you are considering, by differentiation remaining part of the given expression is coming or not, that you have to notice attentively. Here the remaining part, it is marked by blue ink, but you should not do this. For the sake of explanation, I have done this. Now let 2x square plus x minus 7 if we take, then by differentiating of this we are getting the remaining expression, that is differentiation of 2x square, that is 2 into 2x, and differentiation of x, that is 1, and differentiation of 7 0. By differentiating we are getting the remaining part, that is dt. So now we have to substitute. Vital things, by looking the sum you have to understand clearly which part you have to consider for differentiation, and then you have to proceed. Now we have to substitute, that is 4x plus 1 dx. Here in place of this we may write dt, that is dt, and root over 2x plus x minus 7, in place of this we may write t. So integration dt by root over t. Root, that is we may write t to the power half, and this is in denominator. When it will come in numerator, then power will be changed. It is plus, then it will be minus. Now we are getting the frame of formula, that is integration x to the power n. By applying that formula we are getting, in place of x here is t. This is why t minus half plus 1 minus half plus 1 plus c. For indefinite integration always we have to put constant c. Then by simplification we are getting this. Finally we have to put the value of t what we have considered. Here in place of t we have to put 2x square plus x minus 7 plus c. I think it is clear. If you follow the step, then easily you will understand. Next sum. Sum number 5 part 2. By looking the sum, you may think sum is critical, but not at all. If you think and if you observe attentively, then easily you will understand. There is three constant, so it will come outside of the integration, and remaining part x plus 1 by x and x plus log x. Which part? If we consider this, that anyway it will not come x plus log x. So naturally we have to consider x plus log x. By writing the sum, let x plus log x equal to t. Differentiation of x, that is 1, and differentiation of log x, that is 1 by x dx, and differentiation of t, that is dt. By simplifying we are getting x plus 1 by x dx. Here also by blue ink we are denoting the remaining expression which are given for integration. This part you should not do, but for the sake of explanation I have done it. These three we are taking outside of the integration, then by simplifying we are getting this, then x plus log x, that is t we have considered, and here is square, so t square. And see, if you notice this, for this remaining expression, that is we are getting here, so we may replace this by dt, t square is dt. Then we are getting the frame of formula, that is x to the power n. By applying the formula we are getting this. Then by simplification, 3 into t cube by 3 by 1. This calculation I have done here, 3 by 1, and this is divide, so we have to multiply. In case of multiplication, this fraction will be changed, so it will be 1 by 3. And here is t, so in place of t, x plus log x, and here is cube, so whole cube. Then 3 and 3 will be cancelled, so finally it is coming x plus log x whole cube plus c. Sum is completed. Follow the step attentively, easily you will understand. The vital things, formula, and how we are considering and replacing the remaining expression of the expression, that is you have to notice attentively. By looking the sum, you may think the very critical sum, but not at all. Follow. Here also I have marked by bluing which part we have to replace. Sine inverse 2x. Anyway, if you consider 1 minus 4x square, by differentiating this, it will not come sine inverse 2x. So naturally we have to consider, let sine inverse 2x equal to t. Sine inverse 2x, that is sine inverse x, that is standard integration 1 by root over 1 minus x square. In place of x, here is 2x, so 2x whole square. And chain rule, by chain rule, 2x again we have to differentiate. By differentiating 2x, we are getting this 2, and this 2 we have to write by multiplication. If they are more variable, then by putting into, we have to differentiate more. But here is constant, so here the chain rule method will be stopped here. So dx equal to dt. Now by simplification, that is 2 we are taking first, and 1 by root over 1 minus 4x square dx dt, and this is these two we are taking from left side to right side, so naturally it will be dt by 2. And if you notice this expression, exactly this and this are exactly same, so we are getting by simplification the remaining expression of the given expression. So now we have to substitute sine inverse 2x whole cube. In place of sine inverse 2x, we have to write t, that is t cube, and remaining part, for this remaining part, that is dt by 2. Half will come outside of the integration, then t cube dt. Now we are getting the frame of formula, that is x to the power n. By applying the formula and simplifying, we are getting this. Then we have to put the value of t, that is sine inverse 2x whole to the power 4 plus c, and 1 by 4 and 1 by 2. By multiplication, we are getting 1 by 8 into sine inverse 2x whole to the power 4 plus c. This is the answer. I think very simple. If you follow the step and if you remember the formula, then easily you will understand. Ishan, Jishnu and Shubho, I think you are not feeling any difficulties. Still, if you feel any difficulties, then you may express your difficulties in comment box. Okay, thank you everybody.